So you got $1,000. Maybe it's a tax return that actually turned up. Maybe you sold something, or you just clawed it together $50 at a time and for once didn't spend it. Quick heads up before we start. Everything in this video is general information to help you think clearly. It's not personal financial advice. Everyone's money is different, so for your own situation, have a chat with a licensed professional. And the second you have it, everyone has an opinion. Buy shares. No. Buy crypto. Put it in your super. Pay off your HECS. Book the trip. You only live once. A cousin reckons property. A mate reckons Bitcoin. And the internet is absolutely screaming at you to do all of it at once. So you do the most human thing possible. Nothing. It sits in your everyday account, slowly leaking on Friday nights, because any move feels like the wrong one. Here's what I want to do in the next few minutes. I'm going to give you a simple order, a ladder, for exactly where that first 1,000 should go in Australia. And just as importantly, where it should not. No hype, no gurus. By the end, you'll have one calm thing to do tonight. Let's start by taking the pressure off, because the pressure is the whole problem. Your first $1,000 is not going to make you rich. I know that's not what the ads say, but $1,000 in shares going up 10% in a good year is $100. Nice, but it's not the thing that changes your life. So if the job of this money isn't to make you rich, what is it? Its job is to stop you going backwards. That's it. Your first 1,000 isn't an investment. It's a shield. It's the thing that stops one flat tire, one vet bill, one dental emergency from putting you onto a credit card at 20% interest and starting the whole hole all over again. So think of it like water pouring down a set of steps. It fills the first step completely before a single drop spills to the next. We're going to pour your $1,000 down 4 steps in order. And step 1 isn't shares, and it isn't crypto. Step 1, take $500 of it and build what I call your oh no fund. Not 6 months of expenses. That's a later, bigger job. Just $500 sitting in a separate savings account whose only reason to exist is the next time life goes oh no. The tire, the phone screen, the unexpected shift you lost. And here's the part that matters. It has to be separate, not a mental note, not a number you're sort of keeping aside in the account your card is attached to. A different account, ideally a high interest savings account, which is just a savings account that actually pays you a little something to leave the money alone. Give it an embarrassing name in the app. Do not touch. Oh no fund. Whatever makes you smile and stops you rating it for a big night. Because this $500 isn't about the interest. It's about breathing room. It's the difference between a small problem staying small and a small problem becoming a debt you carry for a year. Step 2. You've got your $500 buffer. Now look at what's left, around $500, and ask one question. Do I owe money that's on fire? By on fire, I mean the expensive stuff. A credit card, a payday loan, money owed on afterpay, or Zip that's about to tip into late fees. This kind of debt often charges you around 20% a year, sometimes much more. That is the emergency. Because here's a thing nobody frames properly. If you pay off a credit card charging you 20%, you have just earned a guaranteed 20% return on that money. There is no share, no crypto, no property, no anything that reliably beats guaranteed and 20%. Paying off your expensive debt is the best investment on this entire list. It just doesn't feel like one because you don't get a shiny app showing the number go up. So the leftover from your 1,000 goes straight at the most expensive debt you've got. Not the biggest, the most expensive. Highest interest rate first, every time. By the way, if this is actually making sense, do me a favor and hit subscribe. This channel is built for exactly this: the boring, useful stuff no one explained, one calm step at a time. Now, pay off your debt. You've probably had that shouted at you. So let me stop you before you throw your whole 1,000 at the wrong debt. Because in Australia, there are two debts you very deliberately do not rush. The first is your HECS, your uni debt. I know it feels huge and it feels like it's hanging over you, but it's the gentlest debt you will ever have. It doesn't charge you interest like a credit card. It only rises with inflation, and you only pay it back through your tax once you're earning over a certain amount. Nobody's coming for your house over it. So throwing your precious first 1,000 at HECS while you've still got a credit card on fire, that's putting out the candle and leaving the kitchen burning. The second is your super. Please don't lock this 1,000 away in super right now. Yes, super is brilliant, and we'll do a whole video on it. But money you put in there, you generally can't touch until you're about 60. And the entire point of your first 1,000 is that you can reach it when life goes wrong next month. Locking away your only safety net to feel productive is the classic beginner trap. Don't. So where does that leave us? Buffer first, expensive debt second, and if, brilliant, you've got no scary debt at all, then steps 2 and 3 don't apply, and the rest of your 1,000 simply rolls back up to step 1. You keep filling that oh no fund, growing it from 500 toward 1 full month of your expenses, sitting safe in that separate high interest account. And that's the honest answer to where do I invest my first 1,000. For most broke 25-year-olds, you don't yet. You build the shield first. Investing is step 5. It's the next video. And it's so much calmer to start once there's a buffer behind you and nothing on a fire in front of you. So here's your one thing tonight. Open your banking app and open one new savings account. A high interest one if your bank offers it, and most do. Name it something you'll recognize at midnight. Move $50 in right now, even if the rest comes later. That's it. That's step 1, started. You don't need the whole 1,000 sorted tonight. You need the account to exist and the first drop to land in it. So let me be straight about what's fact and what's my opinion here. The facts. Expensive debt like credit cards costs far more than your savings will ever earn, so clearing it is a guaranteed win. Your HECS is indexed to inflation and paid through your tax, so it's genuinely low pressure, and super is locked away until around 60. None of that is my vibe. Those are just the rules of the game in Australia. My opinion? For your very first $1,000, being safe beats being clever every single time. A boring $500 buffer will do more for your life than $1,000 gambled on the next big thing, because it keeps you in the game long enough for the clever stuff to matter. You don't need to be rich this year. You need to stop going backwards. Build the shield, put out the fire, and leave the gentle debts alone. That's the whole first step, and you can start it before you go to sleep tonight. I'm Get Sorted. If tonight you open that account and move even $50 in, you've already started. One calm step at a time. I'll see you in the next one.